Namaskar. Today it's May 26th, 2027. Welcome to day 74 of Satvik Yogi Path. Each year on March 14th begins my 100 days journey in returning to the essence of yoga towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st. This year, I chose to revisit Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sūtra and share my daily practices inspired by it. Once again, welcome to day 74 of Satvik Yogi Path. It is a simple, global way of living with clarity, not by aesthetics or performance or ritual, but simply by awareness. This is Satvik Yogi Path. In day 72, we saw that the scene exists for the purpose of the seer. And yesterday, in day 73, we saw that the world continues even after the clarity arises, which means even after the seer fulfills its purpose of the scene. But still, the world continues because it is for them, because it is continuing. The scene is continuing to serve its purpose for those who have yet to fulfill their purpose of scene. But today, Maharshi Patanjali tells us why the world still continues even after the clarity arises. Why does this happen? And why do the seer and the seen appear to come together? What is this conjunction? In Yoga Sūtra 2.23 or the 23rd Yoga Sūtra from the second chapter, Sadhana Pad, is, let us recite the 23rd Yoga Sūtra from the second chapter, Sadhana Pad. Swaswami Shaktayo Swarupa Upalabdhi Hetuh Sangyogah. Let's recite it once again. And before I do that, let me quickly give a shout out to acoustic guitar covers by Jacob Ant. Wow, that's interesting. Acoustic guitar covers by Jacob Ant. That's excellent. Thank you, first of all, for joining. And I reading your username, I can only wish you all the best because I believe you play acoustic guitar. So that's really wonderful. That's so good to know. And since you wrote Samadhi, did you write Samadhi? Yes. So every year on March 14 begins my 100 days journey in returning to the essence of yoga towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st. And this year, I chose to revisit Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sūtra and share my daily practices inspired by it. So now, today this is day 74. So we have completed the Samadhi Pad, which was chapter 1. And today, it is the 23rd Yoga Sūtra from the second chapter, Sadhana Pad. But I thank you so much for joining, as we will be practicing how Yoga Sutra 23rd we can practice in our daily life. Are you with me? So Yoga Sutra 23rd, or the 2.23, is Swa Swami Swami Shaktayo Swami Shaktayo Swarup Uplabdh Hetu Sanyoga. What is this conjunction? It is about the union. Why do the seer and the seen seem to appear to come together at all? This is what Maharshi Patanjali is trying to tell us through 23rd Yoga Sutra from the second chapter. Well, the meaning of Yoga Sutra 23rd is the conjunction of the seer and the seen. The conjunction of the seer and the seen is for the realization of their respective powers. Let us try to understand word by word. Let's break it down word by word. Swa Swami Shaktayo. Swa Swami Shaktayo, which directly means of the powers of the owned and the owner. Of the powers of the owned or the seen and the owner. Swa. Swa is that which is owned. Prakriti, the seen. And Swami is the owner. Purush, or the seer. Then comes Swarupa Upalabdhi Hetuha, the cause or means for realizing their true nature. And how nice. That's a very good message. Rest healthy. And Sanyoga, conjunction, apparent union. What is the union? Where is the union? The seen, the seer, Purush, and the seen, the Prakriti. So the apparent union of the seer and the seen exists so that both can reveal their true nature and power. Maharshi Patanjali is saying that the seer, Purush, is pure awareness. The seen, Prakriti, is the entire field of experience, all experiences. Their conjunction is not an accident. It is the field of realization. And through this conjunction, the seer recognizes, I am awareness, not the changing. I am awareness. And the seen reveals, I am field of experience, not the experiencer. I am the field of experience. And life becomes the meeting place where awareness discovers itself, and experience reveals its purpose. How beautiful. So, today I have this very beautiful analogy to share with you all, a story from our daily life. Imagine a mirror and a face. So, the mirror by itself is empty. This is the mirror. The mirror by itself is empty. The face by itself cannot see itself. The mirror by itself is empty. The face by itself cannot see itself. So when the face comes in front of the mirror reveals its power to reflect. So when the face is not there, the mirror is empty. But when the face comes in front of the mirror, the mirror reveals its power to reflect. So this is the scene or the Prakriti, and this face is the Purush. But the face also discovers its own appearance. The meeting of face and mirror is what allows both show their nature. So the mirror is the Prakriti, the scene. The face is the Purush, the seer. So both, when they come, so they come face each other, and both, it's a field of realization, and both show their nature. The face discovers itself, and the mirror reveals its power to reflect. So their conjunction is not a mistake, it is the occasion of realization. And in the same way, our life situations, our emotions, our thoughts, our relationships are the mirror in which awareness discovers itself. So the situation, emotion, thoughts, relationship is the mirror. These are the mirror in which awareness, Purush, discovers itself. So your life is not against you. My life is not against me. It is the field where our true nature becomes visible. The conjunction, the union of the seer and the seen. This meeting of awareness and experience is not bondage by design, it is a doorway to recognition. So, what do we have for practice today? We notice one situation where you feel caught. So, we set it as a meeting for seer and a seen. And then we practice gentle repetition of Om. And then we contemplate on purpose. Bhavna on purpose. So let us begin our stillness practice, starting with sit and settle our breath. So we let the breath soften and we let our body becomes steady. Are you ready to practice stillness with me? So to do that, make sure your back and spine is straight and you're seated using your sitting bones, not your tailbone. Your back and spine straight, your chin slightly tucked in. You can place one hand gently over your navel, gently over your navel, if you can see. Roll your shoulder if you have to, so your back and spine is straight and your chest opens up. And now, the first two breaths, we would just observe our breath with no judgment. Just observe. And we breathe the breath, let it rise from the navel and fall on the navel. So let's do this gently, but remember, you're only observing your breath, not judging. If it's too fast, too slow, nothing. Just observe your breath as it rises from the belly and falls back there. So let's begin. 2 breath cycle. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Very well. After observation, our next step is to now breathe with awareness. Breathing with awareness is that you bring all your focus onto your navel. You still have one hand gently over your navel, nabhi. And remember, your back and spine is straight, your chin slightly tucked in. Open your shoulders, and with the smile on your face, this time 2 breath cycle with awareness. With awareness, as you breathe in, you would feel your hand just slightly extending, and with breathing out, the belly distending. So let's begin. Breathing with awareness, 2 breath cycle. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And just stay like that. And now, the third step in settling your breath and steadying your body is equalizing your breath. You breathe in with the count of 2 and you breathe out with the count of 2. You are equalizing your breath. Let's begin. Breathe in, 2. Breathe out, 2. Breathe in, 2. Breathe out, 2. And just relax. And now, the last step in stillness of breath, steadying our body, is we lengthen increase the exhalation by doubling the count of the counts we have taken in inhalation. So, if it is 2 counts in inhale, it would be 4 counts in exhale. Are you ready with your smile? Let's do it. Breathe in, 2. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And just stay like that. And release. Excellent. Now that your breath is settled, your body is steadied. Now we move on to the next level of stillness practice. We bring our mind to one current life situation. Something active right now. It could be a responsibility, a relationship, a decision, or a challenge. So we bring to mind one current life situation. It could be a responsibility, a relationship, a decision, or a challenge, anything. And when you bring to your mind one current situation, a responsibility, relationship, or a decision, or a challenge. Well, to be very honest, I've got all these four active in my life currently, and yet bring just one current situation to mind. So, fine, I will bring one challenge to my mind that's currently there in my life. So, okay, so it's a challenge. Now, since I've chosen the challenge as the current situation in my life, so now I see both sides of the meeting. How? I would gently notice what is the scene here. Scene is the prakriti, the experience. It could be a thought, emotion, role, or circumstance. It could be a. So the scene is, the prakriti is, the mirror is, it could be thoughts, it could be emotions, roles, or circumstances, anything. And also, I have to notice who is the seer here. So, first, I need to notice who is the scene here, the thoughts, the emotion, the roles. the circumstances. And who is the seer here? The one who is aware of all this. So let this distinction first of all become clear. The current situation is a challenge, but that's just my choice. And I have to notice in that challenge the seer, the mirror, and the seer, the face, and the seen, the mirror. The scene could be the emotion, the thoughts, the roles, or the circumstances, and the face is the seer, the one who is aware of all this. So this distinction needs to be clear, the seen and the seer. And now once the distinction is clear, now we practice with gentle repetition of Om. And as we have practiced before, Om, when the rises from the belly, the O moves through the chest, and the vibration softens at the lips. So we do it 2 times, and let's practice Om by placing your hand gently over your nabhi, the navel. Now bring all your focus to your navel. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. And release. And now it's time to contemplate on the purpose. The situation is a meeting place for awareness and experience, the face and the mirror. And it exists for realization. And hold this feeling for few breaths. All your focus onto your navel. Just softly breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And release. So that completes our stillness practice for day 74. But I do have day 74 challenge for you. You would take one situation today and see it as a mirror where the seer and the seen met. So take one situation today and see it as a mirror, where the seer and the seen meet. Day 74 teaches us that the conjunction of the seer and the seen is not meaningless. The mirror and the face, the conjunction, this moment when it's face to face, the scene, the prakriti reveals its power to reflect, and the face discovers its own reflection, discovers itself. So it is the field where both reveal their true nature. That's the union, that's the conjunction. When we understand this, life becomes a sacred meeting between awareness and experience. Tomorrow, we move on to another new sutra, Sutra 24. The cause, we will learn the cause of this union. So, with that, we close our day 74 practice. We meet again tomorrow, day 75. Until then, stay warm, stay open, and most importantly, stay honest to your own story. I thank you all for your presence today. Thank you. Thank you. How nice. Thank you. Thank you. So every day, my live session is every day, India time. I believe it is according to India time, it is 6:30, 6:30 a.m. And it is USA Eastern time, that is New York time. It is 9 p.m. But please, if possible, you can follow me. You can subscribe to my channel, Satvik Yogi. It is a daily live stream of my yoga practices based on Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sūtra. I thank you all for your presence once again today, practicing with me. Thank you.